you! My name is Megan Sarah. I'm a New York City tour guide, and for some reason, I make videos of my perfectly ordinary everyday life in the big city. This week, we're gonna have some fun doing some errands, some thrift shopping, and visiting Central Park. So join me, if you dare, for another perfectly ordinary week in my New York City life. Good Saturday to you all. I had that booster shot 2 days ago and I was down for the count yesterday. I almost threw it up. But today I'm not 100%. I would say 95%, which is still an A. My arm is a little sore, which is because I have to get groceries after this tour. Oh yeah, it's Saturday. So we're doing a tour. It's actually pretty decent weather. It's kind of nice out. I'm feeling really good because I was listening to my 70s playlist, which is the best. You guys, if there's one decade of music that I feel like I could listen to exclusively, I would have to say the 70s. The 70s had everything, you know? And so this playlist is a little bit of Casey and the Sunshine Band. It's a little bit of Led Zeppelin. It's a little bit of Elton John, Paul Simon. It's a little bit of Carly Simon, James Taylor. It's a great playlist. And it has just hit. You know the days when your music is like, meh, 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 your commute playlist is like, meh, meh, meh. And then there are the days where you're like toe tapping, swaying in your seat. So that was today. I may have been aggressively bopping in my seat during the conclusion of Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. How can you catch the sparrow? I can't. I love it. It's great. So we are hype. We are ready. We're gonna do this tour. We're gonna get some groceries and we're gonna go back home, take some Tylenol for this sore arm. It's gonna be a great Saturday. I'm in Central Park right now. I didn't see this coming for me. I feel like this time last year, things were really out of control in my life. Like I said, I was having a couple of really scary health issues, and I needed a lot of tests done and potentially a lot of treatments done, and there was a lot of uncertainty. But one thing that I was really proud of that I did is that I spent a lot of time just being present in nature, and I would go for long walks outside even when the weather was cold and not always the best. Just noticing the slow transition of winter into spring, into summer, into the fall. I think I forgot to make the time for that. And now that I have the time, having the time to do that, it's important to prioritize that. But it is so serene right here. The water is very high, worryingly high, and it's rippling all around in such a calming undulation as to almost put me to sleep. I feel like I'm being rocked in a cradle, the way that the water is rippling around, and you can hear two different performers. One over in the, I want to say, Bethesda Fountain area, just off to my right. I can hear singing, and then from Strawberry Fields, just off to the left. Pardon me if I'm wrong. These directions, I failed marching band. But in Strawberry Fields, you can hear somebody singing Beatles songs, of course. Whoa, I should have known better with a girl like you. That one. I'm glad that I took a minute to come here. I wasn't in the mood for it, but when are we in the mood for these things? I'm gonna just be present now. So I'll see you when I'm running errands. Actually, I think it's kind of a cliche of New York, right? Central Park, coming to Central Park and having an epiphany. Such a New York cliche. But I think it makes sense to me because Central Park has been here longer, certainly, than any living New Yorker has been. It's not very different. It seems to stay mostly the same. It's stability, you know, in a constantly changing city of new trends, newcomers, new drama. Central Park is like, it's like going home. Everybody has memories of Central Park that feel like home. And the ability to return to it and know that it'll stay basically the same every time. It's like a homecoming. Safe. did it. I think I found the coziest little spot by the lake in all of Central Park. Actually, I think I saw some people get married here one time. I'm like a stone's throw away from Bethesda Terrace, and like so many tourists, buskers, dog walkers, photographers. But I went down a scary little muddy path, you saw, and found this tiny little private spot. It's my favorite thing about Central Park is that it's extremely public and definitionally central. But you can come here and find like a private spot to be completely alone, to talk to yourself. And it's like perfect. So aside from what I assume is a leaf blower and hopefully not a chainsaw wielding maniac, can you hear that? That's a leaf blower, right? Yeah, this is absolutely idyllic. Again, this water level is so high and it's just lapping up around me, and oh, it's perfect. My new favorite place has a name. It's Wagner Cove. Wagner Cove, named after a mayor of New York City. How about that? How about that? Oh shit, he's seen us. So this is the Bow Bridge, the famous Bow Bridge. They just restored it, and if I may say one thing, it's slippery. It's very slippery. Hey buds, it's my favorite part of winter. When the little fuzzy buds come back. If you don't get footage of a squirrel in Central Park, did you even go to Central Park? I ask you. Hey, beach. get a room. Stepping out to get groceries, and this car alarm, which is right outside my house, has had their alarm go off like incessantly for the last half hour. It's like at a certain point, when a car alarm has been going off incessantly and repeatedly, you almost root for somebody to actually steal the car. Like, please, steal the car, drive it far, far away from me. Went to the grocery store. On my way back from the grocery store, it's still going off. I'm gonna steal that car at this point. I'm gonna drive it into the river. Peace. Help me. Well, that's it for this week. Be sure to like and subscribe for more weekly New York City vlogs, and I'll see you next time.